All Saints has seen a lot of conflict before in the previous years, and we really needed a lot of help to kind of rebuild relationship after that. And so right off the bat, that has been a huge transformation to kind of shift the culture of the congregation, so that people are intentionally listening to each other and have a sense of being heard and of being valued. That's just been huge. Yeah, a one-to-one is one person sitting down with one other person for half an hour or so, and being really intentional in the way that they set up the meeting and invite them to it. But even in the questions that they ask, exhibiting some courage and some curiosity in that conversation, so that they can try to get to the heart of this person, what makes them tick, why they wake up in the morning, what they really care about, and we talk about self-interest, starting a relationship, deepening a relationship, helping the other person get clearer about who they are and what they're about in the world, getting some information about them. But it's really about that core connection. Well, we, especially after having come off of a time of conflict, we can end up using each other for what our goals and aims are. We can, and relationship is a way of working together instead of using each other. I mean, and relationship is kind of the heart of everything. It's part of what the church is about. A relationship with God, our relationship with each other in the church, our relationship with our neighborhoods, and to do that in reach, listening within the congregation, is kind of about re-educating ourselves about what it means to be in a relationship. I think we're forgetting as a whole culture, not just a church, but just how to be in relationship, and that's huge. Well, I'm not alone anymore in being someone who's listening intentionally in the congregation, so that's pretty huge. It's also just kind of cemented or crystallized for me kind of directions in my ministry, that one of my reasons of existing on this earth is to help to foster deep biblical community, and so now I have some language, some skills, some partners, and I can be much more effective now in doing that. Well, why is it important to me is that it transformed who I was. It was not just the book, the Bible, and it wasn't just the people, but it was about a community that knew me deeply and made room for me and came to know me for who I was. That was also deeply engaged in Scripture at the same time, and that changed my life, the direction of my life, and I believe it's what changes the world. I think it surprised me at how we embraced this process, and there was some early hesitance, but then it's really just been everyone singing the praises of what this listening campaign has done for us. Everyone from the people who are the listeners to the people who were listened to leaders in various positions. People really saw the fruit of it right away, and that surprised me. I thought that it would take us longer to just see some benefit and kind of get what this was all about based on that earlier kind of hesitance. What surprised me is just recognizing that I get this, I know this, I can lead this, I can teach it, and not sort of waiting until there's some magical something where I feel like I have it all figured out, but that these simple tools, and this, it's less of a science than an art. And I think that just because of who I am and the background that I have, I can really lean into that science part and really feel like I don't have enough skills, where it's really about where my heart is and where just having the courage to live that out, and so that has been really helpful.